Hello and good morning to you. Happy Supercharged Manifesting Monday. I can see that you can't see my head. So give me a second to figure out my camera here so we can get this to work, so we can all see each other. Good morning. Happy Supercharged Manifesting Monday. We're talking this morning about jealousy. Yep. That one is very interesting and came up for me a few weeks ago, and I spoke about it at the manifesting event recently and got some very interesting feedback, which made me realize that this wasn't happening only to me, and it was something that we needed to talk about. So we're going to talk about, do you ever feel jealous of others, and bringing to your awareness how that might be blocking your abundance and your manifesting. So I see all kinds of friends. Good morning, Candy. Hi, Debbie. Hi, Grace. Hey, Christina. Happy Monday morning to all of you. Supercharged Manifesting Monday. We're going into the start of a new week with all kinds of incredible things. And my intention is just give you some inspirational coffee, if you would, something to think about as you start this week. And as you know, every Monday morning I'm here at 8. And my intention is always just to share with you really my journey, open, honest, and completely, the ways that I've learned to manifest the life of my dreams with the intention that it inspires you to manifest the life of your dreams. And sometimes we have to have some conversations around what are the things that are stopping us from manifesting. And last week we talked about something similar, and this week it's another one of those, wow, I didn't realize just how much that might be blocking my ability to manifest the life that I want. So hey Lori, good morning. Oh, nice to see so many friends on. Happy Monday to you guys. As you can see, I'm trying to go as far back as I can because I can't figure out my little setup this morning, but hopefully you guys can see and hear me. All right, so let's talk about jealousy, and I'm gonna ask right off the bat for open, honest vulnerability, like right here, just, a yes or a no. Do you ever feel jealous of others? Do you ever compare yourself? Do you ever find yourself comparing what's going on in your life to what's going on in somebody else's or just the world or other people's lives in general? And hey, with social media, they don't make it too difficult for us to look at each other and go, she's doing that, he's doing that, and I'm here not, right? So I'm just gonna ask, would you be willing to experience transformation by first being willing to be vulnerable? Do you ever find yourself being jealous of others or comparing yourself, your life situation, your results, your relationships, whatever it might be, to others? It's a yes or a no. If it's a yes, then you're like me. I'm willing to be the first one to say, guys, the reason I can come on and have this conversation is because I experience these things. I have to work through them. I have to, sometimes it's extra work. Sometimes I'm still working through some of the things. And jealousy and comparison for sure is one of my big ones. So I have, over the last, especially this last, I'd say year and a half, found myself like really imprisoned to jealousy, envy, comparison. And I'm so committed to living this amazing life and living my own amazing life that it made me really curious. Why am I feeling like this? So I started looking, I was feeling jealous of other people's relationships, like my friends that are married or in happy, healthy relationships. That's something I want so much for myself. And I would find myself, rather than looking at them and being inspired, quite honestly, just feeling jealous and envious and like, oh my God, when am I ever gonna have that? I really want that. And all these other things in my life are so amazing, but man, I really would love to have what they have. And so I'd be jealous and envious as all get out. The other thing is, social media makes it really easy for us to see what's going on in everybody else's business and their world. So as someone really committing to building an incredible business that supports the lifestyle that I desire, when I get on Facebook and I'm looking at my peers, it kind of turned into this, well, where's she and where's he compared to me, right? And so here I am getting on there instead of cheering my peers on and these people that have even played a part in my own success, right? And I support them and I'm so happy for them. God's honest truth, I was getting jealous. I was looking at, oh, they launched a new product. I haven't. They're having another major event. I only have one a year. Like serious time consuming envy and jealous. And in comparison, like they're here and I'm here. Why am I not there yet, right? The other thing is, of course, and us women, we can relate. I'm always committed to looking and feeling my best. So I started looking around at the women in my life that I felt had an amazing body. They were so good at eating healthy and they're so committed and dedicated to their health plan. And I'm like, what's wrong with me? What's wrong with me? Why can't I ever just stick to a plan, stick to working out, do it, stick to getting the results that I want? And so I realized that I was in this energy of comparing and being jealous and envious. And here's the trigger for me. I'm always willing to be honest with myself and ask, how are you feeling? Like, you're very aware of this jealousy and envy and all this stuff that you have going on. How does it make you feel? And I don't know about you guys, but it sucks. It sucks the life out of me. And the worst part is, I love these people. These people that I'm comparing myself to, for the most part, because I don't compare myself to Oprah and everybody else. I mean, God bless them. You know, that's awesome. But really, what really hurts is when these are people in my life that I love, I care about, I want to cheer on, I want to support. And instead, the energy in my heart is jealousy and envy. So I'm willing to just come on here and tell you the truth about that and ask you, are you willing to be honest about the feelings that you might have when you look at other people and you're thinking they're here and you're there, right? And start feeling any energy of jealousy around that. Now, here's what I want you guys all to type, because this is a big deal. This is a big deal. Jealousy is the energy of lack. Jealousy is the energy of lack. And this, like, as we're in this spiritual realm, right? We're here, we're doing this work, we're working on our manifesting tools and abilities. We're working in the spiritual realm, right? We're envisioning, we're visualizing, we're talking about our dreams, we're aligning to our desires. That's all spiritual. And in that energetic field, what happens when you feel jealousy is you just took like a wet blanket over all that stuff that you've been doing because you have gone into lack. By being jealous and feeling the energy of jealousy and envy, you've put yourself in the energy of lack. And lack attracts lack. Lack attracts lack. You know, you're used to hearing like attracts like. Lack, my friends, even more powerfully, lack attracts lack. So what I realized was especially when I was in that energy of being jealous and envious and comparing, that things were not working out so amazing in my own life, right? All the things, like I know when I'm in flow, I know how amazing it feels. I see things happening. And the more time that I found myself spending in that space was the more I realized I was getting further and further away from feeling good. And once I stop feeling good, all my attraction just diminishes. So really, today I want you guys, I want to give you like 3 things that you can do if you've been honest and said, yeah, I acknowledge, I feel jealous of others. So number 1, you're just going to have to call yourself out on it. That's it. You know, you're going to have to say, you know what, the truth is, and you're not having to tell, you know, this is not like a confession to the world. This is just you with you. Like, you know what, whether you typed yes or not before, just you with you. Yes, I do. I have found myself feeling jealous of others. I have found myself being envious and comparing myself. I have. Because acceptance is good for the soul. That's step number one, right? We can't heal, we can't transform if we're not willing to be honest about things. So that's number one, is just call yourself out on it. Like, empower yourself to be true to you. Number two, ask yourself, like, really make yourself feel this. How does it make me feel when I compare myself to others? Truthfully, how does it make me feel? I promise you, it puts you in judgment. It puts you in the energy of judging yourself and telling yourself you're not good enough, you're not fast enough, you're not whatever like the other person you're looking at, you don't have what it takes. I promise you, you cannot be jealous without also feeling judgment of yourself. And if you're judging yourself, then you are out of self-love. And if you're out of self-love, my friends, you are suffering. So judgment starts with being jealous of others, leads to you judging yourself, and then the last thing that's going to happen is you're suffering. And if you're suffering, you're not attracting. So if you've been wondering, gosh, I feel like I'm doing all these other things, why am I not getting the results that I want? I just want you to look. Have you been comparing yourself? Have you been so busy looking at everybody else and what they're doing and how they're doing it and how they know their purpose and they figured it all out and they got the best funnels ever and you have it all figured out, right? And really ask yourself, and how does that make you feel? And then acknowledge that it's put you in judgment of you. And that's suffering. That's inviting suffering. And then I want you to recognize that in that process, what happens is, here you are, in your life, going down your lane, and now you start looking over at everybody else. You start looking at who's coming along, how far ahead they are of you. Oh my goodness, this person isn't even where you're at, but they're pretty close, so let me keep an eye out for them. Oh, this person is here right next to me, but she just started yesterday. How in the world did she get up to me so fast? And so you start looking and comparing yourself to all these other people, and you're so busy using your energy going like this, behind you, in front of you, over here, over there, right? That you're totally heading for destruction. You have now diluted your energy, and in your own life, your own business, your own everything that you want to have, there's no energy for that because you've diluted it being busy with everybody else. So I'm sure you can see by now why I would have to talk about this, because my heart feels when I hear people be truthful to me, and I know myself what it's cost me to do that. I don't like feeling that way about people I care about, whether I know them or not. I just don't like the feeling of jealousy. It feels like lack, and it ends in suffering. So I recognized for myself that it took me out of alignment with the things that I wanted to create, because the things that I want to create are vibrating at such a high energy, and lack and jealousy and comparison, it takes me out of alignment, and therefore I'm not creating the results that I want as quickly as I could. So here's a solution for me and for you. Here's a solution. Stay in your lane. Stay in your lane. Focus on you. Focus on your creation. What are you creating? Really, this week, I want to inspire you to literally turn off all the distractions of everybody else. Shut them all off and focus on you. And here's a powerful question going into this week. Here's a powerful question for you. Am I winning my race? Am I winning my race? When I go into this week, when I go into manifesting and looking at what I want to create in my life, you know what, Tasha, how are you doing with the things you want to do? How are you doing with the things that you want to do? What have you done this week? What are you planning to do today? How are you feeling about it? What else is possible? Focus on you. Ask yourself that question. How am I doing in my own race? How am I doing in my own race? There's no, it's not necessary to look at everybody else as your benchmark. Look at you as your benchmark. What else can you do to get a little bit further in your own lane, right? Am I winning my race? So that's my inspiration for this week. Shut off everybody else. And you know what? Here's the other thing. How do I return to love? How do I return to love when I'm feeling jealous and envious and I'm comparing? I really have to tell myself, oh my God, God bless you. That's awesome. I wish you the best. I'm so happy for you. I truly have to make myself just breathe and go, oh my, I'm so happy for you. That's awesome. Good for you. That is amazing. What an inspiration for me. If you can do it, so can I. There's no differentiator. Nobody is more special than anybody else. Just means you're more focused on your lane, right? That's what's happening. You're more focused on creating what you want in your life than you are busy looking at me. That's why it's happening for you. So bless you. That's awesome. Now let me get back over here to Tasha Lane. So really, it's so amazing how when you can just be grateful and happy and loving and supportive of where everybody else is, how it just opens you back up to get back in your lane and focus on your stuff, you and what you're creating. All right, so here we go. Hashtag focused on me. Hashtag focused on me. That's it for this week. I can see all the comments. I can see Lori, I love when you watch me live because I get so many loves and likes and all of that from you, and I love it. And I love all of you that are giving me all the hearts, but Lori goes overboard. Like all I keep seeing is Lori's little face. It's so cute. Oh my gosh. So guys, listen, I know it's an amazing start of the week. I know this might not be the happiest, lightest, fluffiest conversation that we might have, but you know what? Sometimes we just gotta go there, don't we? We gotta be truthful about the things that get in the way, because they're equally as powerful as all the other things that we do right. It's what makes me really committed to having these types of conversations is I know how hard you're doing at the journaling and the intending and the visualizing and the thinking positive as much as you can and working hard and doing all the right things. And if I know that there's something else going on that might be stopping you, then I have to be committed to sharing it with you. So hopefully you feel the love that I intended in sharing this maybe difficult conversation. But you know what? Being honest with ourselves frees us, right? And knowing what to do about it, I feel, is the most powerful thing. Like self-transformation is the most powerful tool that we all have. So with that, mwah, I love you guys. Hashtag focused on me. Focused on me this week. I love you. Have a great Monday. Bye-bye.